Jackie and this is Shawnee, and today I'm going to show you how to groom a horse. There's a lot of different reasons why you groom horses. One reason is for the horse's health, to make sure that they are not getting sores on their skin and everything. The other reason is you always should groom a horse before you saddle them up. If you don't groom your horse before you saddle them up and you trap dirt underneath the saddle and the girth, then they wind up getting sores on their skin, which can cause a lot of vet bills, and we don't want that. Not to mention it's uncomfortable for the horse. One of the other aspects of grooming a horse is peace of mind. It's actually a very relaxing thing. The horse likes to have it, and to me it's also a relaxing thing. I'm going to introduce you to some of the tools that we use to grooming a horse. One of the first tools we use is a curry comb. The curry comb is what we use first to help bring up the dirt off the horse. Horses like to roll in mud, kind of similar to the pigs, I guess. But anyway, so they roll in mud and they get all this dirt embedded into their coat, so we want to go ahead and get that dirt out. So you take the curry comb, and you usually start up by the neck, and you start rubbing in a circular motion. It's going to get a lot of the dirt and a lot of the dead hair off the horse. And as you can see, the horse doesn't seem to mind this bit. There's areas on the horse that you want to stay away from while you're grooming a horse with certain brushes, because they don't have as much flesh down on them. One of the areas is down on the legs. So you wouldn't want to take your curry comb down on the legs because it's not real comfortable to the horse. Just keep on rubbing. Get all that dirt up. Looks like Shawnee's been having a good old time in the mud. I think I picked one of the dirtiest horses. As you're working your way back on the horse, you always want to make sure where your body is in position to the horse for safety. Safety is very important when you're working around horses because they're large animals. And not that they would mean to hurt you, but they do scare easy sometimes, so the closer you're into a horse, the better you are, the safer you are. Because the closer you are, then they don't have as much room to kick you. As you're working your way back towards the end of the horse, it's always a good idea to have your hand on the horse's rump. He knows where you're at. When you work your way onto the other side of the horse, you're always going to just get close to the horse and step over to the other side, and then repeat the steps that you did on that side that you just finished. So, we've got them brushed up pretty good with the curry comb. Got a lot of dirt loosened up on them. In 2 minutes. Make sure that you're going to get the areas really good where the saddle's going to be. Right here at the top bone here, this high bone, this is the withers of the horse, or his shoulders. I'm still really slow on it. The next brush I'm going to pick up is a dandy brush. The dandy brush is a stiffer bristle brush. And you want to use the dandy brush to sweep off the dirt that you just brought up from the curry brush. And you always want to go with the grain of the hair. That way you're not getting anything stuck underneath it. As you can see, Shawnee doesn't seem to mind this at all. Starting to get all nice and clean. Looks like we still got a little bit underneath the belly. So I'm going to go back with the curry and get that mud off the belly, because this is going to be where the girth goes. This is a really important spot that you want to get clean, because the girth is what holds your saddle on. And so it's a pretty tight belt. And if you trap dirt underneath the girth, it's really going to cause some bad blisters and sores. And I've seen horses get these, and it's taken months to heal. And very expensive veterinarian bills, so you don't want to do that. Okay. You're going to go back with the dandy brush again. Look at those areas. brush. So the finishing brush is softer. This is a soft brush. The horses don't mind if you use it in the areas that don't have a lot of flesh on, such as down on their legs. You can go down on their legs with the soft brushes and you get the dirt off of them. You can also come up to their face with the finishing brush. The finishing brush is also the brush that helps bring the oils out in the horse's coat. It makes them all nice and shiny. As you see, I'm still going with the grain of the coat, working it down, and off the horse. Again, I still continue to keep one hand on the horse. I stay close the entire time. Properly grooming a horse definitely takes longer than 5 minutes, which is all I'm supposed to have in my video, but I just want to give you the basics. You groom your horse every day before you take him out and before you bring him back in. It's a little bit less time consuming. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is pick a horse's hooves. Picking a horse's hooves is very important before you take your horse out on a trail ride. You want to make sure their hooves are in good shape, that they're not ready to throw a shoe, because if you're out on a trail and you throw a shoe, it's not only uncomfortable from the horse, but you may find yourself walking quite a long ways back. I've had a couple experiences like that myself. Anyway, so this is a horse pick, and the anatomy of a horse's foot is fairly simple. There's a few areas you want to stay away from, but basically you want to make sure that you're going to, again, stay in close to the horse and ask the horse to give you his foot by running your hand down the horse's leg, and normally the horse will give you his foot. You position yourself close to the horse. Okay, a lot of times you want to give them a little chance to get balanced. Okay. And you want to go downwards with your hoof picked. You never want to go up, because you never know if the horse is going to move. You don't want to hurt the horse, and you don't want to stab yourself. This is Basic Grooming 101, how to groom a horse. Thank you for my friend Susie Johnson for allowing me to use her horse in her ranch. Have a great day.
His eyes are cold and restless, his wounds have almost healed. She'd give half a Texas just to change the